Are you ready to take bold action and live a life of brilliance? Welcome to the Bold and Brilliant podcast, where women leaders share inspiring stories about daring decisions that shape their business, their lives, and their careers. Today, I'm bringing you a message from my own heart, my own experience, and some clips from a Gather Community multi-speaker summit we just held last week. Let's talk about what it means to have a bold new year. Welcome to the Bold and Brilliant podcast. Last week, we hosted the Bold New Year Summit in the Gather community, and it got me thinking, what does it mean to have a bold new year? What does it mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. A bold new year means stepping into the year with bravery, ownership, leadership, and decisiveness. You may recognize that satisfies the BOLD acronym. This means we're taking charge of our goals, we're embracing opportunities, and we're making things happen instead of waiting for them. Here's what that looks like in action. Step 1, be brave. Be brave. Step outside your comfort zone, take risks, and face challenges head on. A bold new year means daring to dream big and go after what truly excites you. Have you thought about something bold that you could do outside your comfort zone for the rest of 2025? Something you could create starting today that is in that collection of dreams in your mind? What could you take action on today that you were afraid to start yesterday? Think about it. The second step is to own it. Own what? Own your actions, your decisions, and your progress or the lack of progress. Progress isn't linear. Moving forward toward your dream is not linear. Even with the word forward, that might mean 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 5 steps forward, 4 steps back. You don't know what it's going to look like. And there is no perfect time to start. We can't wait for things to happen. We have to make them happen with confidence and with accountability. Own it. Own what you're taking care of. Own what you're creating, and own that you have the skills and talent and knowledge to do it. Step 3 is lead with intention. Lead your life and your business with purpose and clarity. Make sure that the goals you set are meaningful and that they align with the vision that you have for your dreams. When I was young, I didn't really know what it looked like to be a leader other than positional leadership, being named in charge, having a title. But what I learned was that real leadership is leading by example, making the decisions that are right for you, for your business, for your family, for the people around you. Lead with intention. Decide that's what you're going to do. And step 4 is decisiveness. Decide what you're going to do. No more hesitation. Make decisive moves and take consistent action. A bold new year isn't about wishing or imagining what could come. It's about doing and growing and learning and doing more. A bold new year is about stepping up, showing up, and making your 2025 the year you go after your dreams. Are you ready to go after what you truly want out of your life without fear, without excuses, without holding back. Are you ready for a bold new year? Now's the time. I'm sharing some clips from our recent Bold New Year Summit in the hopes that they will inspire you and encourage you to continue to build and create your bold new year. I hope you enjoy them. And thanks for listening.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's where self-worth comes from. It's not about how anyone else feels about you. It is about how you feel about you. So even when the world is telling you no, you get to say yes. My challenge to you then is to pay attention to the words in your head, the words that come out of your mouth, and your actions. And next time you feel defeated or rejected or unworthy, remind yourself that your self-worth is not up for negotiation. It is yours to claim and to own. And the more you practice owning your worth, the more worthy you will feel.
It's the authenticity that you brought today that makes people excited to hear what you have to say. It was really fantastic. So
thank you.
Congratulations. And Clara wrote some really lovely things in the chat about it as well, and lots of great comments. So I think that, you should be really proud. And I think we all really loved that talk. So thank you so much for that. She does have a free gift on the speaker resource page. It's 7 days of self-worth. Is it a challenge?
You'll get an email every day for 7 days, and there's a journaling prompt, an activity, and an affirmation for each of the 7 days.
Love that. A whole little series.
Yeah.
That's great. Paula says she already signed up and the emails are great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. You draw to you what you believe you are worth. That was like, boom. So good.
The words that come out of your mouth are even more powerful because you are putting your thoughts into sound. And that sound has a vibration which carries energy. So you are putting that energy out into the universe. And if you're familiar with the law of attraction, which says you draw to you what you believe you are worth, when you put energy into the universe, that energy is going to come back to you. Okay? Make those words positive. Be nice to yourself, whether you're talking to yourself. I do that all the time in the mirror. I talk out loud to myself, always respectful. If you're talking to someone else about yourself, be kind and loving. You can express that you're frustrated without insulting yourself. And then lastly is your actions. Your actions are even more powerful than the words that you're saying silently in your head or speaking out loud, right? Because you are putting your energy into motion, into the universe. So pay attention. How are you showing up for yourself in a way that demonstrates how you feel about yourself?
The more you embrace the chaos, the less power it has over you. How's that? And identify what is in your control. So what are your strengths and how can you utilize those strengths in the moments of chaos? Because we're all strong. What are those small actions you can take towards your goals to slowly take away that chaos and create progress? And then celebrate those wins. Really celebrate those wins, because when we celebrate, then we notch up our confidence. And then we know that we can keep doing that and we can expand on what's possible. And then it's really regaining that control. When I say control, sometimes control can have that positive and yet it can have that kind of negative effect. So it's really looking at how can we manage it? It's really looking at internally, what is our anxiety level around that chaos? What is our overwhelm around that chaos? And really taking the control internally and not looking at external control. And maybe that is creating a new routine, really putting things on a schedule, pull out that calendar and calendar things. So you're not chaotically going in different directions. You have that calendar that you're depending on. This is, oh yeah, now's the time for this. Maybe it's business related. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's even calendaring your eating routines and water drinking routines, because taking care of us will also create a sense of connection with the chaos, or it will allow us to look at the chaos differently. It's really taking responsibility. As humans, sometimes we put that responsibility out there, but it's really bringing the responsibility in, because when we bring it in and we know power that we have, we're able to energetically put more focus on the things that we need to. It's knowing our choices create ripple effects. When you have a clear, glassy water and you drop that rock into the water, you can see the ripple effects and how calm they are when the water is calm. But when you toss a rock into the waves of an ocean, the chaos of those waves don't quite create the ripple effects that we would like. And so it's really bringing in the calm to create the ripple effects in life that we want. So what are the choices that you can make to have that positive impact on your chaos? Maybe it's reaching out for accountability. Maybe you know that there's something that you want to work on that feels a little chaotic. And maybe there's an accountability buddy to really talk through it.
Oh my gosh. Perfection is a flaw. Nobody wants to hang out with perfect people. That's vanilla. That is not alluring. It is your humanity and your authenticity that has people lean in to be with you. And this is why, my friends, like, don't always has to be looking great. And you don't always have to be looking great. And every post doesn't have to be perfect. The other day, I was having a depresso day. And I said I was having a depresso day. Fortunately, I woke up the next morning. I felt alert, awake, alive, enthusiastic. But the thing is, we don't have to look good all the time. Be your authentic self. And authenticity is a bold move. But you know what? Once you start to amplify your authenticity and your visibility, it gets easier and easier. And then being bold is more standard operating business procedure. Where would you like to be consistently more bold in your business? Now, Gina, every time you say, I want to be a world-class professional speaker or public speaker, my friend, every time you say that makes me bliss, because that's you declaring what you want. Way back when, I used to say, hey, I want to be on the Oprah show. Now, I never got on the Oprah show. I have friends that got on the Oprah show, but that's okay. It's not even so much about whether or not you get it. It's that you declare something and you make a path for it. And guess what? I didn't get that, but that's okay, because I could have another dream or goal that is equally as bold. When Tracie was asking after our breakout session about where are you being bold in your business, and I said, hey, I want to do these big retreats with women. And I remember some years ago, I went to this conference, and like all of you, I love professional and personal development. I went to this conference, and this gal was talking about her retreats and doing her retreats. And she had the limousine, and she was taking them to Paris, and they were drinking champagne. But you know, the way she talked about it, I thought to myself, well, that's really exciting. But I also thought, maybe I could do that. And I let all of her success again inspire me to do my thing.
Thank you for listening to the Bold and Brilliant podcast. I'm your host, Tracie Root, and I want to invite you to check out the show notes, find out where you can connect with our guests, find out more about what I and the Gather community have to offer you, and be sure to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform. Thanks so much.